And we're live. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to my very first YouTube Motovlogger hangout.
Woohoo!
You know, newbies have a rough start, and it's a little bit of a rough for me. But thanks to Cafe Rider 69, he is here to help me out.
Or try to.
We had K-Dub for a brief moment, but he's having some technical difficulties with his app. His apps aren't quite working, which is unfortunate. To answer Ninja's question right quick, yes, Go Father said that he will try to attend tonight. Yes, Ninja, I also dig him. He's a very cool dude. His voice is like a symphony to my ears. So tonight's hangout is happening because our normal Thursday night host, A-Anation, is at some kind of work event or something fancy-spancy. Check out his Instagram to see his photo that he'll post later tonight. He's getting dressed to the nines, I believe, which would be very interesting to see because normally he's wearing a ball cap. But yeah, so A-Nation can't do it tonight, so I am the substitute teacher for the night. That's what I'm calling myself.
You're the sub teacher, eh?
I'm the sub teacher. Yeah, please raise your hand if you have any questions. Speaking of questions, if you guys in the side chat have any questions for us regarding motorcycles or motovlogging or I guess anything in general, feel free to ask away and we'll try to answer questions as they come. There were a few that were given to me, but I'd like more people in the panel so that we get a broader range of opinions and information.
I got one for you. Have you been spotted yet?
Yes, actually.
Yeah?
Well, not because of the YouTube, but because of another local Ducati club member. He's actually in the side chat. His name is Ken. I saw him earlier. I don't know if he's still here. But when we were doing, or when I was doing the Fist Bump Friday video with Broqui, I was in a McDonald's parking lot, and Ken, he was driving by down the street. I was in the parking lot, and he honked his horn. I didn't know it was him, but he's honked his horn and shouted something and waved his hand. And I mentioned it in the video. You can kind of see it. But yes, so that was my one spot. But other than that, I have not been spotted by someone who views my channel.
I've had two. One was a weird one while I was riding, and the guy let me know on Instagram a couple hours later. And then I had kind of a really oddball one today at work. I was just working. I'm a service tech, so I'm all over the place fixing machines and whatnot. So I'm in a company's maintenance shop and just minding my own business, doing my thing. And guy comes over and he says, "Oh, we're not going to use your sensor. We're going to use one of ours." And I'm like, "Okay, well, let me just look at the pinout so I know how to wire the connector up right." And pulled out my phone because all that stuff's on the phone like the rest of my life.
Right.
And he saw when I flipped it on before you swipe to get in, it's a picture of my bike. And he goes, "Oh, is that your bike?" And I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, let me see that." So showed him and he goes, "Are you Cafe Rider?" And I'm like, yeah.
Wow. That's awesome.
And he goes, "I sub you." And I'm like, "Really?" Okay. So now I have to bring him a sticker when I go back next week.
Do you have any left? I remember you were saying you ran out.
Yeah, I got a bunch more, so I'm good.
Awesome.
I'm good now.
There's K-Dub. You get your technical issues fixed? All except your microphone, apparently. Yeah. K-Dub, your mic's not working. Oh, and there's A-Nation in the side chat coming to check in on me.
Yo. He's probably on his mobile, so I don't even know how he can. I can never get the chat thing to work when I'm on the phone.
I'm not sure how to get the chat to work on the phone, to be honest.
Pimmy's trying to get in. He says he's getting an error.
Pimmy. What is the error? Hard to be. You know what? I feel their pain. Hosting these things is not easy because you have to. I need an assistant. See, I was
You need another you to be tech support.
That's right. Normally, I'm A-Nation support. Today, he just left me to the wolves. You said it was Pimmy trying to get in?
Where the fuck?
He's got the right link. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
I can cook. Babe, can I not cook? I can.
Oh, snap. He's got some shit going on there. There's Shadow and Damu in the side chat, my two favorite side chat people, to be honest. We've had some good chats in the side chat with those guys.
Oh my god. Oh, like, got so much crap going on inside here.
The side chat's where it's at, right?
I've got this going on, and then I got like 2 more freaking things going on my phone.
Ninja Basic says you have to use your web browser on your phone with no app prompt in order to get the side chat to work on your phone.
Yo, say that again, because I can never get it to work.
Femi!
You have to use your web browser on your phone with no app prompt. Now, I don't know how to do the no app prompt. Maybe Ninja
if you type in Google YouTube in browser, it'll give you the browser the only website.
I see.
Because there was no way I could have pulled that up on my my phone. I tried for like a good hour one night.
I love you too, Dad. Thanks for calling me.
And I finally got it. So.
I will. Okay. My dad says hello.
Hello.
He says hello.
Ooh.
Is that your wife?
I'm lagging hardcore.
You're not doing too bad. You sound okay here.
Okay.
Okay. Alright, love you.
Oh, I got a bunch of stuff playing in the background. I can't get it right.
Who's professing their love for you in the background?
Everyone. You can hear that? She's not even close to me.
Oh yeah, we can hear that. The whole YouTube can hear that right now.
Yeah, the whole YouTube can hear
Yeah.
you. There you go. Yeah. Well, they could.
Kalamazoo, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I haven't talked to you in a side chat before. We had a brief hangout once when I helped you set up your hangout, but we haven't talked much since then. But shout out to Kalamazoo Moto. Kind of a beginner motovlogger, but not really. He's probably been doing it as long as I have. He crashes a lot, so go check out his channel if you like to see dirt bikes crash. I'm not sure if he has his street license yet or not. Maybe he can mention that in the side chat.
Where is he based out of?
Somewhere in the States. I don't know the Americans too well.
I subbed to him not too long ago, but it's only been a few days, so I'm still waiting for that update.
He's definitely up and coming there, which is awesome.
So, would any of you ride today? Cafe, you ride today?
Hell no.
I thought about it, but
And it's like freaking cold and dark.
yeah. It wasn't.
Riding on the weekend, though.
I actually got up at 5 o'clock just to see what the weather was like. If I had to catch the bus in today or just ride. So I got up at like 5 o'clock just to make sure, in case I had to be on the bus at 6:30 or in case I was riding at 7:30.
So did you ride?
Nah, I didn't ride. I got up at 5, looked out the window, and was like, oh, hell no. It was too cold and too wet, right? I don't like that mix.
Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty icy this morning.
Yeah, truthfully, I didn't even give it a chance to see if it was icy or not. I checked my phone for the weather, looked outside, it was wet, and I said, nah, not today.
Saturday or Sunday, though.
Yeah, for sure. Probably tomorrow. I'll probably be out there tomorrow.
I got my work Christmas party thing tomorrow night, so.
Oh, Cafe have too much in them to be able to ride.
Huh?
I said Cafe have too much drink in them to be able to ride.
I can't even do that because they always set up the ride program at the end of my street.
That sucks.
They did it a couple weeks ago. That night we went to L&L.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, when I got home, they had the ride program right at the end of the street, and I go to make my turn up my street, which is literally like 20 feet before their ride program. So I got the signal on, and I start making my turn, and Buddy starts walking. I can see him waving. I'm like, ah, screw you. I live on this street. I got ID to prove that I live here. I'm not trying to dodge you. So sure enough, and then whoop whoop, they pull me over and everything. And he goes, oh, why'd you turn up here running from the ride? And I said, well, because I live right there, and pointed at my house. I'm going home. And then he goes, well, how much have you had to drink? And I said, that's not the normal question. Usually it's, have you had anything to drink? I go, do I smell like I've been drinking? And he goes, no. I said, because I haven't. He's like, all right, well.
Yo, did you know you have to produce license to them?
You what?
If they ask you have to produce your license.
At a ride stop?
Yeah, I asked that question yesterday. I was in front of a cop yesterday, so I like bombarded him with a bunch of questions. And I don't know if he was just like pretty much throwing the law at us, like with the whole stunting question in the parking lot and all that.
Yeah. What was his answer to that?
He said that the only reason why the cops have been coming and just asking people to leave was that they were really nice cops and giving people a break. He told me that you can get a ticket for that very easily. And I said, but it's private property, and they have permission from the owners. And he's like, yeah, those cops are just being nice. I'm like, all right, whatever you say.
No, they don't have jurisdiction on private property unless they've been asked to patrol it. Like if it's a shopping mall parking lot, then they probably can.
Because they have permission from the mall.
Because they have permission from the property owner to patrol and enforce laws, right?
But they need the permission though. So vice versa. If I had the permission to be in that parking lot, the cops couldn't come and arrest me for stunting.
Yeah, well, it's just like here in Ontario. I don't know about the rest of the world, but if there's a cop parked in someone's driveway doing a speed trap, if he doesn't have permission to do that from their property, you can get that ticket thrown out. They have to be on public property or have written permission from the property owner to do any type of enforcement from private property.
Gotcha. Yeah, I thought he was full of shit too, you know, but it was a real arrogant type of guy too, right?
Well, at least traffic stuff. I mean, like if you're, shooting people, and it's probably a different scenario, but like traffic laws, they need permission to enforce that on private property.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But yeah, he was throwing the law around, man. It was kind of, I don't know, like he was trying to promote the whole, what is it called, police investigations, man, and he just chased the whole damn room away from it.
Yeah, like it's, you can't, his thing about being able to ticket you for that doesn't hold water on private property, or else they could, in theory, come and ticket you for riding a dirt bike in your back 40 if you have the property, right? Because that's not a street legal bike, so therefore you can't ride it.
I have a video.
You know what I mean?
I have a video of me in a tiny field just by my house riding my pit bike, and somebody I called the cops on us like they do every time. And we were there and we were asking the cop. I said we told him he had permission to be on that field, but he said, seeing as the field is private property, but it is off highway, as in it's not a certain distance away from the highway, it's considered off highway, and no matter if it is or isn't private property, they could give me a ticket for being there, is what he was saying, and I have it all on camera. It's pretty.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's nuts.
Yeah, he was telling me something about there is on highway laws and then there's off highway laws. So even though it was private property, it's off the highway. So I'm like, whatever.
I think I don't know. They're gonna say one thing, but they're gonna do another all the time.
Yeah, I mean, if you always ask them, 9 times out of 10, they're always gonna say, no, you can't do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure in a classroom of like 70 people, and I put my hand up and ask them about me stunting in a parking lot, he's not gonna be, oh yeah, you could do that all the time, you're good. You know what I mean? So I'm sure, like, just to be the cop that he was, he said no, I couldn't, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Reno's in here.
Hey, Reno.
What's up, guys? I actually didn't even go to work today just because I'm feeling like crap today. So
You mean you didn't go to work today just so you could come here?
exactly, yes.
I like it.
And then Kara, I think she's supposed to be here by now, but I don't know where she went. Let me see, 5:50. Unless she went to the gym or something.
She should have. This should be the priority, not the gym. Screw the health.
Yeah.
We'll see. In America, we don't have as good a healthcare as you guys do, so we have to work for it.
Our healthcare is okay, but there are gaps in it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
No, you guys' healthcare is pretty damn good, man.
It's pretty good. Yes, it is.
As long as you don't get sick.
I've had healthcare in the States and in the islands, and out here is probably a lot better than most places in the world.
A-Anation, his Uber has
Yeah.
finally arrived. That's
What
something that
is
we don't. Uber is like a taxi service, but what do they call it? Unlicensed taxi drivers.
Oh, so that's that app that people could just randomly have and come like.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Like you could become an Uber driver if you wanted. You don't have to go pay money for a taxi license or anything like that.
Yeah.
A lot of taxi drivers are up in arms about it because they say, well, why should we have to pay for licenses, we have to get checked out and all this stuff, and
Special
you're safer
There's
in a
huge thing
taxi.
going on.
Yeah, like they say, the taxi drivers are arguing that you're safer in a taxi because we're registered, blah blah blah. But you see it in the media all the time. Girl gets picked up from downtown after drinking, gets raped or sexually assaulted by the taxi driver. I'm like, you guys aren't any more safer than these random Uber drivers, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the Uber drivers, they have all their information on the app, so you know who's picking you up, and so if anything happens, you have that driver's
Yeah.
information all
And-
right.
Oh, you guys had that too, Mario?
Oh,
Really?
Nevada just legalized it earlier this year. We had our session, our legislative session. They meet every 2 years. That was one of the things that they hammered out. They legalized Uber because Uber was just going to start operating in Nevada until they got shut down by a judge, and so they had to get approval from the legislature to pretty much operate in Nevada. And I think they just started picking up people, I think like last month or a few months ago, and they got this done around like May. And so between then and now, they're just working on who's gonna be in charge of like collecting the fees and all that other stuff. I mean, it
Yeah,
was
see-
a big deal because taxi cabs. I mean, it's a little bit weird in Nevada because you can only be picked up at certain places, like at casinos or the airport, certain
Yeah.
spots. It's not like San Francisco or New York where you can just hail a cab from the street.
That's because of the we kind of have the same thing in the islands as well. That's pretty much anywhere where it's a lot of tourists, because it's a huge demand for taxi drivers. They want everybody to get their fair share, right?
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure they make them line up and then they put people in taxis in
Yeah.
line, right?
Yeah, the taxi lines and then
Yeah, they like share wages. I like at home they can't even drive without being on GPS and people knowing exactly where the dispatcher knowing exactly where they are at all times.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But I mean, it was a big deal here. So, but I mean, competition, I guess, is good. It'll.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, Halifax is
The
too small
government's
for it.
always gonna get butthurt about what they can't get you know what I mean? They can't dip into your pockets. They're gonna get butthurt and shut you down.
The government shouldn't be, because the government's going to get taxes. It's still income. You have to claim that income, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
new revenue for Nevada. So
The big
Yeah.
thing here is, at least in Toronto, where they're fighting over, is Uber drivers don't have to pay the city the taxi license
Right.
fee.
yeah.
See, that's what I'm saying.
That's huge. So now it's before it was all over the news this week. Actually, something they're going to do something in their council or whatever about it to address it and give Uber a chance without pissing off the cab companies, which is a huge source of revenue for them, right?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. We'll see what happens. I mean, it's been a battle wherever Uber has come. Like they started, I believe, in LA. But it's been a battle. They've had a hard battle, a lot of negative press, and a lot of positive press too. But I think from the end user point of view, like from people like us that would call to get an Uber, or people who are working as an Uber driver, it's been positive. Like there's so much benefit to having this service.
Yeah. I have friends who went to, say, like Washington D.C. and the only service they used was Uber. They're like, I used Uber for everything.
Right.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with it, man. I don't see anything wrong with it at all. But they're always going to be hurt because it's taking money out of like legit businesses, and everybody's going to get hurt about it, right? But at the end of the day, what's stopping me from pulling up alongside of the street to somebody who's got their thumb out and charging them $10 for a ride?
Yeah. That's on the person getting into your vehicle.
Yeah, no, but you know what I'm saying, though? You know what I'm saying, though? It's pretty much the same thing, but it's regulated and it's probably safer for you. I don't see it.
Yeah. So we have a couple questions from the side chat, which is great. One of them was from Richard. Anyone know roughly how many Canadian vloggers there are out there? Well, I guess he means Canadian motovloggers. There's
Honestly,
definitely more in the States than there are in Canada.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely, yeah. But he meant Canadian, right? Specifically Canadian?
Yeah, he said specifically Canadian. I'm not sure what the number is.
seriously though, like even around this area, I thought it was like me, maybe like 3 or 4 other people, 6 foot, and then like guys way up in other places like Will and Snowcat, and then I thought that was it. But the more I'm riding out here, everybody's vlogging out in this area nowadays.
I think, Cafe, are you in Canada or are you in the States? I can't remember.
Me?
Yeah.
He's right by me.
Oh, you're in
Yeah.
Toronto. So to answer the question, the only important Canadian motovloggers out there right now are myself, Dat Dread, and Cafe, because we're the only ones in here.
I agree with that.
We're the only important ones. Don't worry about the other ones.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
and
rest of the
and
riff rap is too big
You
for us.
have to give a shout out to A-Nation though, because
A-Nation as well, because there's so much love for A-Nation. And Ironic joined just in time, so he is also
Yes, sir.
one of the
Yo, what
only
is
Canadian
up, boys?
What up,
motovloggers.
Ironic?
Going on?
Oh,
Look at that, he comes in and gets some applause and everything.
Good timing. See, just for me, guys, you guys are too sweet.
I need to be in that 3K club, I guess.
No, 5K, bro. 5K.
Jesus, man, that was like yesterday. It was 3K. Man.
Are you
No,
5K now or
I-
just shy of it?
I skyrocketed past 3K actually. So I waved to A-Nation, and then
Oh, shit.
no, I'm not at 5K officially yet. I'm like 50 shy or 60 shy of 5K.
That's what's up, man. That must feel good.
Yeah, it's something, I wish I didn't have to crash to get here, but hey,
Hey, I'm just hurting that mine wasn't fucking tape now.
At least insurance paid for it, so it didn't really cost you anything.
Yeah, not really. I mean, it cost me my balls for a couple weeks, but
Ooh. Oh, you hit the tank, didn't you?
there was some swelling. I was pretty impressive.
It's not like you were using it, though, right?
Yeah, you don't need those till later anyway.
I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't during that time. That's for sure. So I'm definitely suing for that.
This
Yeah,
is
you
not
should.
this is not the United States of America. You can't just sue for anything.
Finally,
Yeah,
K-Dub
exactly.
joined us.
K-Dub.
K-Dub.
Said he was having trouble there for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
he's
was.
still muted.
So did I, though. I had trouble getting in, too. I don't know why. It kept coming up with an error.
You needed the Asian passcode. You have to type it in Chinese there.
Asian persuasion.
Yeah.
That was Kara. She's here. Say hi, Kara.
Oh,
Hooray, hurrah!
Come on.
Do you want me to say it?
Tagline.
They want to hear you.
Hooray, hurrah, motherfuckers!
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
We got Goat in the side chat now.
Sweet. I
Yeah,
love
what's up,
Goat,
Goat?
Goatfather's voice. It's like a symphony.
Can y'all hear me?
I like
Yeah.
his goat's voice better, though, to be honest.
Alright. You
Yeah,
can
we
hear
can
me
hear you.
now.
Yep.
Alright, I've rigged it up a different way through my browser, so I'm not using the actual Hangout app like I normally do, because I couldn't get it to work tonight.
There's a
So I
hangout
figured out a
app.
way.
Wow, Will,
Yeah.
you did not, of
Yeah,
all people, you didn't
Android.
know that?
Android has the Hangouts app.
What does it have for iPhone?
Hangout
Yeah.
app.
Asians don't.
K-Dub, you're breaking up.
Am I?
Yeah. See, I spend too much time helping other people that I'm not up on the new stuff lately.
Yeah, but it came with my phone, to be honest.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I
free,
didn't even know what it
phone
was
calls.
until the other day.
It's all about them free phone calls, man.
Seriously? Oh yeah, I accidentally called you guys last night after that. I was laid up in bed too. My phone starts ringing. I'm like, who's calling me? And I'm calling everybody else. Like, oh,
I was
shit.
like, damn, I thought it was a booty call, man.
Yeah, I told all you motherfuckers I missed you. A-Nation answered. He's like, hey, what's up? I was like, my bad. That was funny.
So yeah, I heard you guys were talking about Uber, right? Uber
Yeah.
drivers.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
the one thing I notice here is the big controversy. I think it's in the States happening, but a lot of these Uber drivers are getting like fucking beatdowns.
Really?
Yeah, like supposedly like guys aren't paying their fares, and it's getting real fucking aggressive out there.
I saw one video of a guy getting attacked. I don't know how many incidences there are. I mean, I think Go put up a link about how many incidences have occurred. I haven't checked it out yet.
Yeah, he did have a link
Oh,
there.
did he put it up? Oh, yeah, I see that. Well, you give the poor guy a wrench, bro.
There. I think that worked.
Man,
Go,
you
you
guys
might
are
have a
really-
wrench.
You guys are
You must
stingy
use
with those
the power of
wrenches,
the
man.
wrench now.
How come I don't have a wrench?
You're
That's what
stingy
I'm
with the
saying.
wrenches,
Stingy
man.
on.
I
You
only
gotta
ever
type
had the
in the
wrench
side chat.
once. I only ever had the wrench once, and I didn't know what to do with it, so it wasn't even like it didn't even count.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
do anything with it.
I
just
give
like
the wrench. I give the wrench to all the noobs, so I look really generous, but they don't know what the fuck's going on. So.
Exactly. I'm like, oh my god, I have the wrench. Oh my god, I have the wrench. And then I'm like, what do I do?
I was told by A-Nation to not give the wrench to
Yes.
Ironic.
Yes, I recall that. I deleted that from my Hangout.
Oh,
I
did
actually,
you?
I actually edited the Hangout to delete that portion, so that never happens.
What's this thing when I click on Ironic's name, I can put the user in timeout? What does that mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So then I can't write in the side chat for a specified amount of time.
Oh, interesting.
It's okay, I'm not writing in the side chat now. Now I'm in here, so that's it. I'm good.
It's so cool being the host for a change. It's
You have the
so much power. There was another question in the side chat earlier from Ninja Basic 87. Thoughts on proper tire selection? Do you select basically he's asking, would you select a tire based on the mileage you get, like tread life or performance, I guess?
To be honest, man, whatever's on sale, man.
Whatever's on sale.
As long as it's not like notoriously a bad tire, you know what I mean? Like I got something decent, but I don't like spending more than like $200 on the tire. That's like ridiculous to me. These guys spend like $400 on the tire and another $200 putting it on. Like it's crazy. Like you don't need all that, man. You really don't. Like unless you're dropping a knee everywhere you go. Obviously you want to have like the best tires ever, but a tire's a tire, man. As long as it's like, you know, put Dunlop Pilots on that bitch for $100. There you go.
Dunlop Pilot's a decent tire.
It is, but it's the
if
cheaper
you're-
tire.
If you're taking it to the track like our esteemed friend Wilf here, he's got the money to track his Ducati. Sure, you need good tires, but
Like, absolutely, I agree
otherwise,
with that.
seriously, for street riding where we don't have any massive like kick-ass twisties to carve, what are you going to do with that tire? And plus, the more expensive tires tend to be like the race tires. They wear out that much quicker, right? They're much
do wear out
softer.
faster.
So,
I found a very good happy medium. I run a Bridgestone BT016 Pro. It's a street sports tire. So it's what I ran at the track, and it's what I've always run on my bike after my first set wore out. And I get decent mileage, but really good grip. So I'll always buy this tire. I'm going to order another set because they're just worn out, so I need a new set for spring. But that's what I buy. Just because I get good traction. Like, here's the thing, right? If you want to go carve twisties, like you're not on the track, but you're on the street and you want to carve twisties, you know, you need the traction. You know, it sucks if you are thinking about, hey, I don't know if I can, you know, go as fast through this corner. I want to, but my tires might give out. I never want to have that thought cross my mind.
I never had that thought cross my mind with the pilots though. Like
You're just crazy. You just do whatever you don't care.
Well, I mean, I like if you take a look at my pilots, there's not much what you call it? What does everybody call it? Chicken strips. There's not much chicken strip on the tire. Like it's not much there at all. I use that whole tire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's funny. I put up the other day, and this kid's like, "Dude, like, do you just ride straight up everywhere?" And I'm like, "Have you seen my tires, man?" And he like actually came over and looked at him. He's like, "Oh man, there's nothing there. That's why I thought that all of this was a chicken strip." Like, nah,
yeah,
man.
you ride straight up one fucking wheel everywhere. That's how you fucking ride. So.
Ninja Basic mentioned dual compound tire. Yeah, the Bridgestone is a dual compound tire, the one that I run. And so it's harder in the middle where you spend the most amount of time on, so it doesn't wear as fast, and it's softer on the side, so when you're leaned over, you get good traction.
It's amazing the tech now in tires. Like, honestly, like you go back even 5 years, the technology and science that goes into this shit, like silica compounds and the different rubbers that are being used in polymers and shit, it's crazy. Honestly, like you watch, like you hit one of those Revzilla videos, the reviews, man. There's a ton of info on those tires now. It's amazing.
It's crazy, dude. Back in the day, we used to just have good tires, bad tires, and if you wanted even better tires, you just rub some acetone on them and you'd be good.
Soften up the rubber.
Ken also mentioned the Pirelli Angel GT tires. That's a pretty popular tire around here. It's a touring/sport tire. It's actually not that bad. But it's kind of cool. It has a little. When they first came out, it was a marketing thing, right? It looks like an angel, and as you wear it down, it looks like a devil.
Really?
Yeah, the tread pattern, it changes.
That's cool, I guess.
Ninja's saying he feels that tires are cheap enough that it's worth the confidence. I prefer the confidence personally, but I mean, everyone's budget's a little bit different, right?
I'm confident on my pilots, man.
There's K-Dub again.
Ah, we got it now. We're good.
Sweet.
Yeah. You had to email me the link because we trying to copy and paste the link into my phone web browser.
Yep.
It was taking me to like the desktop version. Every time my phone fell asleep, it would disconnect me.
Weird.
But once I could click on the link, it opened it up in the Hangout app. Like it opened it that.
Interesting. All right. Well, I'll know that for the future. Thanks for being my test guinea pig.
I noticed that mobile-wise, if you've got Android device, you're better off using the Hangouts app. You lose access to the side chat in most cases, but at least you're better off when you're in the chat, at least.
Yeah. We're good. Okay. I was like, man, I'm going to miss another Hangout.
Don't you hate that?
Yeah.
I hate missing Hangouts. These are so much fun.
Yeah,
I only miss the ones that you guys host because it's always when I'm right. So I have to use the phone.
Oh,
and unless I get the link sent that certain way, occasionally it'll just pop up to the notification on my phone and ask me if I would like to join. Like that I got an invite. So sometimes it does that. Other times it doesn't. So I don't know.
I see. There was another question that a friend sent to me to ask. Earbuds for music. Do you guys listen to music while you're riding?
It depends what mood I'm in, but generally, if I'm by myself and I want that bike therapy, I like to throw in some music for sure.
But earbuds are super fucking uncomfortable, I find.
I find they fall out.
Yeah, and after a while your ears fucking ache and shit. If you have a decent Bluetooth setup, which is why this Sena is like on my wish list. So if anyone wants to like gift me anything when I get a PO box, hook me up a Sena, I'll be happy.
You should just start a
just go fund it.
No way, I have too much pride for that. I won't do that, but no disrespect to anyone who's doing it. I'm just saying,
I used to wear earbuds, and I got the Sena SMH10, and I just use that for music.
For sure, yeah.
I use earbuds all the way, man. I find if you use the ones that you have to push in your ear and they kind of suction to your ear, when you throw your helmet on, it like suctions one of them to where you can't hear it, but the other one you can, and you gotta like fiddle with them. So I use like the iPhone type of style ones, and they work great for me.
Yeah,
My hair
different people
keeps
have
them in
different
place.
different people have different shaped ears.
Yeah.
Ironic, the Sena 20S is what I have. The audio quality, like from those headset things, I guess that you have to install on your helmet, it's not the greatest for listening to music, but it works. It's good enough.
Well, I had a real cheap ass Torque T12 helmet with Bluetooth built in, and it was shit, and I couldn't make phone calls for shit, but the audio was passable. It doesn't come anywhere near to, like, you know, spending $80 on some Beats earbuds and popping those in.
Of course.
But honestly, the Sena's got to be better than that. So for convenience sake and just to have the tunes there, I'm down with it. The one thing I have is that if you're not wearing earbuds and you've got the speakers instead, then if you're trying to vlog, you're picking up the music a lot of times, right? Which you might not want to do.
Yeah, because of copyright. I noticed that. I did a vlog and I was listening to the radio, and when I came home, you could clearly hear.
Yeah, picks up pretty good. Picks up pretty good.
That's why I use the earbuds, and then I just sing it and then add the song to the vlog.
And then you realize like how bad you are compared to the actual song. Or?
That's why you just put the song over the top of your singing.
Yeah.
Hit the note, man.
Ken in the side chat mentions that he rides a Ducati with a full Termagoni exhaust, so why would I want to listen to music? That is very true. Yeah. The exhaust sound from the Ducatis are pretty. It's like music.
Yeah, I could hear my exhaust and everything over the top of my music on full blast. So, like, it doesn't hinder my bike, listening to my bike at all. If anything, it kind of puts music in between me and my loud ass bike, so it's kind of nice.
Yeah, but if you're out riding for 3 or 4 hours and you're going on a road trip, I mean, you're gonna have you need something to listen to.
Exactly.
Me riding from my house to cafes and my exhaust ringing off in my ear. By the time I get to cafes and I stop, I can still hear my exhaust ringing in my ear.
So they do say you're supposed to wear earplugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I don't.
I've never worn them. Never. I've heard of it,
but I don't anymore.
My hearing has gone to shot, actually, because of my motorcycle. My girlfriend constantly has to repeat herself because I can't hear what she's saying.
Are you just choosing not to listen, in other words?
Well, she's probably watching, so let's blame the hearing.
I figure it's great. You don't hear all the shit talking, so
code is called man ears.
Selective hearing.
Yeah. Man ears. Selective hearing is a little too harsh. That's what women throw around. So you just gotta say man ears.
Yeah, that full Acura exhaust that you have on order there, Ironic, is pretty sweet.
I can't wait, man. I cannot wait. That will be music to my ears. I could listen to that for hours. I could see myself doing hour-long trips, just fucking rev bombing the shit out of everything around me.
When are you getting it?
Well, it's funny because I ordered it. I thought, fucking right, 3-4 days. Then they emailed me the next day saying, back ordered 3 weeks. Sorry. So I'm keeping an eye on the price because if the price, it was already on sale. If the price drops, I'm going to tell them I want the price drop. But now they've emailed me yesterday saying that it may be in next week.
Nice.
So I fucking rain, snow, or shine, boys. The bike is going to be out the next day after I put that thing on.
You realize you're going to become that new guy that nobody's going to ride next to.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe. Or maybe you'll all be like, fuck, it sounds great. You're going to get right in on that. You're going to want to 2-up.
It's no longer. No, I think it's no longer going to be me and Armageddon anymore. It's going to be you.
People hate riding with me because all they hear is my bike.
You should try riding to the right of Armageddon.
Yeah, no, there's nothing like that.
I thought my bike was loud, man. That thing is like I can't even. There's been no bike that I can't hear my bike over except for Armageddon's, and it sounds exactly like mine. So you want to talk about trippy?
What does Armageddon ride?
He rides a CBR F4 just like me, same year and everything.
And he literally has like an angle pipe of just like some piece of exhaust. It's not even a muffler.
I don't even.
He's got like my exhaust.
I think it's just an elbow thing put on the end of the header.
Yeah, it's just something there so that it's
like we've been riding for a couple hours with him one time, and after a while, like all you hear is that wah. It literally
even like after he peels off to go home and you're still riding, I'm looking around going, is he still here? Because I can still hear his bike.
I attribute all my hearing damage to that guy.
I thought my bike was loud, man. That thing takes the cake though. Like
it's awesome though. It's awesome. I gotta say.
Nothing beats
I
that.
actually find myself, like when I go buy cars doing stupid shit, even like today I was out for a few hours and yesterday I was out for a few hours, and I'm rev bombing and I realize how fucking pitiful it is right now with stock exhaust.
You
I'm
rev
still
bomb
doing
with
it
the
though.
stock exhaust.
I don't know if you call it a bomb. You call it like a rev whimper. Rev whimper.
Look, man, it sounds like you're revving your lawnmower up at people.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad. It's gotten a little louder as it's broken in. It's gotten a little louder, but yeah, it's pretty pitiful.
Yeah, I can't wait for that exhaust.
That'd be sweet. Moving on with more questions. Bucket list place to visit or ride. So do you have a place that you haven't ridden yet and that you really want to ride? Mine is I'd love to ride in the mountains of British Columbia, Canada, where the road is dry. It's like 20 degrees out. The road is dry, but there's snow on either side of the road. Like you're through the mountains. I've seen photos of it, and it's pretty awesome.
That probably would be pretty damn pretty. Man,
I have a long bucket list. There's so many places I want to ride.
yeah,
Anywhere I haven't been to yet.
that's how I feel.
nice.
Pretty much it.
If you told me there was only one last place I could ride before that's it, I can never ride again, it'll have to be the TT, man. I want to ride the TT before I go.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Tail of the Dragon.
Yeah, no, the Isle of Man TT.
Isle of Man. See, here's the thing, though. The Isle of Man TT, it's not like those are public roads that are shut down. The whole island's shut down for the race. So you can't ride that track on a normal day.
No, you can't. No, but what they do is for the whole TT weekend is they shut it down on the weekend before the actual they call it the seniors race. So before the seniors race, they shut the whole island down and they allow anybody to come and ride the road for like I think 2 days. Yeah. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So like you could go rent a bike or actually take your bike down there and ride the Isle of Man.
That would be sick.
That's what I'm saying. That's where I want to be. If there's one last place I could ride, I want to do the Isle of Man at 200.
Well, if it's the last place that you're gonna ride, you may as well just enter the race.
That's what I mean. I'll do that race at 200. That's the last time I'm riding, man. I'm gonna win that thing too. Yeah,
I would love to watch the video and watching your dreads fly out from the back of your helmet.
Oh man, but that'll be a dream. Honestly, I don't even care if you give me one of those sidecars. As long as I get to go around the TT, that'll be awesome. And film it too. You know, I want to watch that shit afterwards. So.
Nice. What about you, K-Dub?
I want to go ride in the hills in New Zealand.
Nice.
There you go.
So, would you ship your bike? I can't make out what he's saying. You're cutting in and out. Is it just me, or can anyone understand what K-Dub's saying?
I can't hear him.
I thought it's because he's American. I don't know.
Yeah, we can't understand the accent. Hey! You're my Steve Light tonight, Mario.
Yes.
I was just about to say, is Steve in here?
Steve said he was coming, but he's still not here. Yeah, Ninja agrees with you, Dread. It was his last ride. He go balls out on the TT.
That's my dream, man. Honestly, if any of you don't know what the Isle of Man TT is, just get on YouTube and just start looking. You know, just watch like John McGuinness and these guys go around this damn track.
I just posted the link actually for the official TT website. Yeah, it's got a lot of details on there.
Yeah, man, that is, you know, but like there's just one section in that track where you come through like a chicane, and through the last, like the ass end of the chicane, there's a jump, and then it turns into like another S turn, and there's a building that sticks out in the corner right there, man. I want to hit that.
Oh yeah. So many people bite it there
into that wall. Yeah, that's the corner that I want to hit. I want to come out of there on a leader bike.
You don't want to hit the corner.
No. I want to come out of that corner on one wheel on a leader bike so bad.
They had, who the hell was it? Some guy bit it there.
Isn't it the Paddocks or something like that?
Lots of people have bit that corner.
Yeah. That's the corner everybody goes into the wall in, man.
That's scary. The
You
people
get
people
airborne.
die on the TT all the time,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
that,
There's
that's what I
numbers
was
every
saying.
year.
That
Big numbers
corner
every
he's
year.
talking about, someone died there a couple years
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah, a lot of people go there. There's a video on YouTube of a guy. He takes the beginning of the chicane too far on the inside, and when he comes out of it, he's airborne and completely drifting over to the right into that building, and he just face plants into the wall, man.
Yeah.
They said MotoGP riders refuse to ride in the TT.
Yeah, it's the deadliest race on the face
Like
of the earth.
you don't have balls of steel. Like you have balls of unimaginable material.
It's true though. That's like I love watching old ass John McGuinness bomb around that track.
Who's that English guy that rides the TT?
John McGuinness.
No, another guy. Guy Martin? Is it
Yep.
Martin?
It's
Guy something.
no, it is Martin, but it's
Guy Martin. Sorry, Guy
Guy
Martin.
Martin. Yep, that's it.
Guy Martin is awesome to watch and also hilarious to listen to.
Yep.
He's
He
actually
had
a very funny
bad
guy.
crash a few years ago.
He did. Actually, no, it was last year or the year before, and he is still out, I believe. But
Really?
he intends to come back to racing. But he's like the kind of guy. He's a lorry mechanic, so a bus mechanic. Like as soon as he got out of the hospital, boom, back to work. The guy doesn't know how to rest.
Yeah.
He's that kind of guy.
Yeah. That's the type of spirit you need to go around that track, though, man. It takes a special breed to go around that track. And it takes a special breed to race the TT, right?
Ninja says you have to have balls of unobtainium.
It is true, though. It really is true. But oh man, I couldn't imagine having a leader bike and going around that track though, and trying to beat a time.
There was what was Guy Martin's TV show that he did? He built a boat or something like that.
I'm not sure.
I'm gonna Google it. But it was the boat that Guy built. It's a show that he, I guess, stars in, and basically he goes and builds these old school, like these long boats that were made for the English Channel, and he does everything the old school way. So he makes like a pump to run his shower, like his own steam engine. He makes his own pottery, like not from like going to a pottery place to make it. No, he like has to make the pit and all the stuff to make the pottery stuff. Like he starts it from bone scratch, everything to make this boat. The show is called the Boat That Guy Built, and I highly recommend it. It's an awesome show. It takes a little while to get around his accent though. It's a very strong British accent. Everyone's all quiet because they're all Googling it now.
Yeah, right, exactly.
I don't know. It's a boat.
Honestly, you'll like it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you have to kind of like documentary style, but he's hilarious. He's just a funny guy to listen to, and his accent is like the way he talks. It's just hilarious. Go watch episode 1 and then see. It's only like 15 or 20-minute long episodes, so it's not going to kill your time.
Okay, I'll be back in a half hour.
Yeah, don't watch it now.
Do
watch
it
now,
later.
though.
That's what I mean. Do it later. Oh my. Moving on, I guess, with more questions. Helmet recommendations.
I recommend that everyone on a bike wear one.
Yes, exactly. Please.
As long as it's DOT approved, just go for the fucking most badass looking one.
I like Snell approved helmets, so I go DOT and Snell approved, so you add that little bit extra safety. We got people dropping
Just
out.
looking
Oh,
at mine, it's Snell.
you didn't know you had to check your helmet?
I didn't know it. Well, it's got the big thing that says DOT. That's pretty much all I look for. And then I was
Yeah.
like, oh, hey, Snell, cool.
Snell's usually like hidden inside. Most
Yo,
of the
I
time.
like your helmet cafe. It's like low key, but it's so standout. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I wanted to go. I was trying to go for the Stig look.
Stig?
The Stig.
Fucking stick.
So like, the Stig is now gone for now, anyways.
The stick, they always replace the stick.
Isn't their show pretty much gone now because of that whole incident?
Well, it kind of is, but they got picked up. The three of them got picked up by Amazon to continue on. So they're going to start a new show. They're already filming it.
Yeah, it won't be the same.
We'll see what happens. I hope it's similar. But there's a lot of things they can't do because of copyright and stuff, right?
Yeah, BBC's gonna, they own the rights to that.
Right. Who's got all the static? Oh, it's K-Dub.
Hold on. Mr. Goatfather.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Oh, that voice.
Oh, shit.
Goatfather is in the house.
I have a question.
Listen to that voice.
I had goat for lunch today.
Uh-oh.
That's just dirty, man. Come on, it's not that kind of shit.
The question
No,
now
it's-
is, did you like me?
It was too bony.
Oh,
Hey, some people like a bit of bone.
No, I had some Indian today. I tried a new place that I haven't been to, and they had goat, and it was too many little bones, and I didn't like it at all. So
That's because you went to the wrong place. You gotta,
That's what I was about to say.
They call this shit curry goat. Don't eat it. The shit has to be called curry goat in any place, you know? Then you can eat this shit. That's good curry goat.
I tried curry goat. Oh, not for me, man.
Here you go. I don't know. There's something I haven't ever had.
Yo, don't listen to me. I'm a vegetarian anyway.
That's not right. Look, you got laughed at by the girl.
That's fine. Yo. You like I have you.
The whole crowd is laughing now.
That's fine.
So what you're saying is you eat what food eats.
No. Yeah.
Yes. You eat what my food eats.
Yeah,
No,
but
no.
I eat what gives your food health and strength, so that you could eat it. There you go.
Why, thank you. Oh, not really, though.
More cow for me. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
More grass.
meat for me.
Yeah, more grass for you. Amen, brother. Amen.
That's awesome.
So, on the topic of earbuds and music, there was a question actually that yesterday I never got to. Was how do you feel as far as that being a distraction for you when you're riding?
Well, the same thing as you listening in a car, listening to the radio or music in a car. What's the difference?
Well, I mean, do you think the motorcycle requires more concentration than the car?
I think
Yeah,
that
but you're able to get that more content and listen to music.
I ride like shit when I have headphones in.
Yeah, I do
really?
too.
Yeah, I'm a lot more aggressive. My only thing is that I think it really sort of urges me to ride more like a fucking asshole most of the time, depending what I'm listening to. I ride somewhat like an asshole when I'm not listening to music, so it doesn't help for sure.
I find that my riding comes like it's like driving. It's like second nature. Like I just ride. So if I have music playing, it doesn't really affect my riding. Now, if I was at the track, it might. I think because you need 120% focus. But for the street, I don't find that.
I don't know. I'd say that car that pulled out on me, I needed 120%, man.
Yeah, well, you just weren't focused.
Exactly.
Your
According
focus
to,
needs more focus.
I would say for me, it's better not to have them in. When I ride the twisties or anything with headphones in, I ride like shit. My times are lower, or my times are better when I don't have headphones in. I make less mistakes. And I mean, if we were to look at this on like a psycho level, then your body responds to music, to beats, you know? So whether you're playing fucking happy-go-lucky music or fucking death metal, your body's responding to that. And if motorcycles are all about fucking minute inputs from the rider, then yes, having headphones in would make you a worse rider than not having headphones in.
I agree with that on a track level. On an everyday basis, I'm going to commute to work.
Right. If you're riding down the street in a straight fucking line, then it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Quite honestly. But if we're talking about riding the fucking motorcycle, then I feel like it does matter.
I agree.
No offense to anybody, but when you ride a motorcycle down the fucking street to and from work, yeah, you ride a motorcycle, but I don't really classify people like that as riders in that
Yep.
sense of somebody who goes to the track and hits the mountains and shit. Which going to the mountains is fucking stupid. So I'll be the first one to admit that any day.
Going through the mountains is great. Flying off the mountain is not good.
Yeah.
No, I think riding mountains, canyons, and all that shit is fucking ridiculous. I think it's stupid. I think people should go to the track. I make excuses for it all the time, but now we're getting off topic, so.
No, but you're
I
right.
find-
Any type of riding like that should stick to the track. But nothing's wrong with going a little bit too fast up a canyon or a mountain. You know what I mean? Everybody is gonna fuck up at some point, whether it's on a canyon or not. But
I don't, to be honest, street riding, city riding, I think it's maybe not as technical, but I think it requires almost more attention than carving up a track. I think the dangers to you are far worse riding a downtown fucking city street than it is.
no,
on a
when
track.
you're doing
you-
200K and your knees dragging, and you have literally not even a hair of throttle that you could give to that bike that's gonna put you on your ass, that takes a lot more conversation.
I don't think they're comparable. I think too many people try to compare them to each other to galvanize themselves to say, I don't ride the track, but I ride on the street to try to fit in, I guess you could say. But I don't think they're comparable, and I think people should stop trying to compare them and accept the fact that they're two totally different beasts, and both are just as dangerous as one another. But they run parallel with each other. They never cross.
No,
So-
yeah,
so
I can hear that. Yeah, for sure.
So I think that people who ride the track, certainly they're in danger and they require a certain level of concentration, blah, blah, blah. Same thing for the street, just as many dangers, blah, blah, blah. But to try to compare the two, I don't know, man, that's like fucking saying, like, trying to compare fucking bikes with each other, like the R1's better than the fucking BMW S1000R and all this other stuff. It's like, why go there? Why not just say, like, if you ride a motorcycle, you're in fucking danger, period.
Yeah, for sure.
True.
Well
True.
said.
See, this is why I like Goodfather. Fuck, man.
I know, right? His
I mean, he's a little opinionated, but
Yeah, but you gotta have, yeah. But I like that though.
you have to have your
I'm
opinion.
very
though.
opinionated.
Yeah, man. Challenge the fuck out of it, right? But at least it's there to challenge, right? At least he brings it to
Exactly.
the table.
I meant like little stature-wise.
Yeah, I don't listen to music when I ride because for me, riding it's like my getaway from the world. It's my bike therapy, and it's just me, the bike, and the road, and I don't want any interruptions. And I listen to music in the car all day long. I have to do a lot of driving for work, so when I'm on the bike, it's me and the bike. I don't care. I don't want to hear no music.
See, that's why I don't motovlog.
See, when I'm
No, really.
on the bike, when I'm motovlogging, I can't listen to music.
No, I don't motovlog very much, if ever. I barely fucking motovlog because when I get on a motorcycle, I want to ride the motorcycle. When I'm riding for like 200-300 miles minimum rides, I don't want to fucking talk. You know what I mean? I just want to ride. That's it. That's why I get on a bike. If I want to fucking
Here you
talk, I can get on a hangout.
And here you are.
Yeah. It's funny because if I made like blooper reels of like my motovlog attempts, dude, I'd probably be like up there with some of the funny guys or whatever the fuck because it takes me usually like 200 miles before I can fucking string a sentence together and shit. Because I just don't want to fucking talk about anything.
That's so odd for you.
I'd rather ride, dude. That's the thing. I just want to ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Well,
honestly, nothing's better than being one with that bike, and music does get in the way of that.
Well,
It's
there's
either
been
one or the other.
there's been a bit of controversy around, how motovlogging's inherently more dangerous and it's putting people at risk or newer riders who, I mean, they get a bike specifically to motovlog and instead of riding, they're talking and crashing into shit.
Well,
Ironic.
I would
Honestly.
say that motovlogging isn't. I've motovlogged going up and down mountains and stuff with ease. It doesn't take that much concentration to open your fucking mouth and let your lips move, man.
You're just talking. Whatever's going on in your head, all you're doing is just saying it out loud.
I think for some people it might be more difficult though.
They shouldn't be on fucking bikes then.
And they shouldn't be
It's like,
motovlogging.
it's like the saying, man. If you can't chew fucking gum and walk,
Yep,
Yeah.
I agree.
But a lot of people are equating it to. I think the controversy stems from they're equating it to like someone in a car on the phone while they're driving.
Oh,
They're trying to suggest that motovlogging is similar to the lost concentration of even talking to someone next to you.
But we're not keeping up a conversation with somebody else. It's not a two-sided conversation. I'm not using my brain to input somebody else to process somebody else's input.
I'm simply using your brain.
But if I wasn't opening my mouth, I'd be saying, "Look at this dumb cunt in my head." You see what I'm saying? Or I'd be saying,
"That's different." Okay, that's different. Yeah. If you're
wait. Let's go backwards. You are in theory using more brain power having a conversation with yourself in the sense that you have a topic than you are having a conversation with somebody else, because you are then focused more on your topic and trying to make sure that everything that you say is exactly how you want it to come out for the video.
Yeah, but maybe that's different though, because I don't leave here with intentions to fulfill a topic. I have like, oh, you know what? I could vlog about this, and I come up with these ideas throughout the day, and I go out on a ride, and I may have 10 ideas on my head, but I don't speak unless it flows. You know what I'm saying? So I guess it's not really I'm searching for words, and I'm not trying to stay on point. Like I really don't give two shits, and I just go out and ride, and just happen to be flowing off the top of my mouth as I'm fucking twisting the throttle.
I feel like we're going to be grabbing at straws here based on the topic of the question. And I would have to say that I can understand where the debacle is coming from, ironic, due to the simple fact that, yes, it's subjective, and yes, you do have people out there that cannot do two things at once.
Oh, definitely. Some people can't ride and they're doing nothing else. I mean, some people can't drive and they're doing nothing else.
Fair enough, though. Yeah, some people really can't ride, period, let alone try to talk and ride.
Guilty.
I mean, any chance people can stir something up, they fucking will. I mean,
for sure.
I'm one of those people, so I mean, anytime people see something where they don't agree with it, they're gonna fucking stir something up about it.
Like I find personally, if I go out with a topic in mind, like if I want to respond to a moto talk, I've got points that I've put in my mind that I want to cover. And I find that while I'm riding, I'll lose track of those points. So obviously, my mind is split on where my attention is, which means I'm taking attention away from riding to make the moto talk specifically. So if I crash doing a moto talk, I'm going after GoFather.
Better go get fucking insurance.
GoFather has that goat puppet protecting him, so
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, true. That thing's fucking a saucy little bastard too.
Yeah, you won't get very far. Apparently, Ninja wants to private chat with me. I'm a little bit nervous.
Whoa.
Don't be nervous, man. Embrace new things. Huh?
Are you like Snowcat? Do you have an Asian fetish? This is important information to know.
But hold on, Wilf, do you have Asian nipples?
I have Asian nipples, yes. That's how I recognize.
What is an Asian nipple? Is
That's
that
is that close
to like a orangutan type nipple? Is that like one of those National Geographic type nipples? Or
this came up in the other chat, I think. I saw the picture of Snowcat's road rash on his arm, and you could see his chest, part of his chest in it, and you could see his nipple, and I said, that guy is definitely Asian, because we've never seen his face. Well, most of us have not seen his face. And I said, he's Asian because he has an Asian nipple, just like me.
But what's an Asian nipple, though?
Well, go look at the photo, and you'll know.
I don't want to, though.
Google it.
I'm not into that, though. You know?
You sound like you're into it, bro.
I'm just curious.
That's how it always starts.
I would just rather the description than have to fucking search on my Google on my home computer.
It starts with a little curiosity, man.
Kara's about to Google Asian nipples right now.
Yeah, but the problem is, then it's going to be in your Google history, bro, so you better watch that shit.
That's what I'm saying. I have to do that on like some deep web search or something. Some Asian nipples on deep web or some shit.
It's actually not. It's just about both. Right?
How does it compare to a non-Asian nipple, Kara?
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
You know what's funny? I think I have seen an Asian nipple once in that movie Hangover when they start flicking it onto the blanket.
Oh yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, I swear to God, like what Dammy said. You know how many people are gonna go over there and just go like check out a nipple now? It's like they're gonna be like, where's that nipple that fucking Will was talking about? Like, where's that shit at? Fuck.
Yeah, everyone's going to be looking for the web link now.
If any of you watch this and happen to go over there and go to try to peek that nipple, leave a comment that you just got sent over there from Will or some shit.
Yeah, no, say Dat Dread Pimmy sent me.
No, I don't do that. These motherfuckers are gonna do that shit now.
So when you start Googling Dat Dread Pimmy, you're gonna see the nipple post come up.
Yeah,
It'll be synonymous with Asian nipples.
Oh man. Okay, I now understand.
Oh, did you just hit that link?
Okay, that link cannot be posted in the side chat.
I was just about to post it, but I
Is that what we're talking about now?
I was about to post it, but then I went to go look first. So
I think so is that what snowcats look like?
I'm okay with those. I'm okay with those.
Me too. I was gonna say I think I like snowcat, man.
So for those that don't know who aren't on the panel, Reno posted a link to a photo of some Asian nipples, and it can't be posted to the whole world because my account will get banned.
I didn't realize you were such a degenerate, Reno. Come on, man.
What would Kara think?
What?
Well, Kara's probably the one that found it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think they were
Cold.
Yeah, she was definitely cold.
I think it was after that ice bucket challenge or something.
Oh, maybe.
not cold enough. Oh man. I don't like how eerily quiet it is after.
Yeah, I can't do the effects, or else I do the cricket, but it doesn't work for me, so.
Oh,
There it is. But this is like the wrong time to be quiet, you know what I mean?
Well, everyone's Googling.
Everyone's watching, yeah.
I would like everybody in the side chat to know that I'm the only one not Googling Asian nipples right now. Put that out there.
Hey, I'm driving, so it's not me either.
That's definitely more hazardous than motovlogging.
No, K-Dub's using fucking Siri on mute.
Serial.
I got fucking Bluetooth.
Yeah, he's putting us on mute and asking Siri to search that shit.
So actually, on the topic of distractions, I had that Mark Mueller, the dude who invented that Scully helmet, like follow me on Twitter. So I've been harassing him for like a demo in Toronto. So what about that? Like that helmet is massively distracting.
Yep.
Like what's everyone's impression on something with that much information at you in your head?
I will not put that on my head.
No.
Hard pass. It's way too much.
Cool.
Yeah. It looks cool and it's great to have all that technology, but I mean, we're just talking about talking in a motovlog and talking to people being a distraction, let alone having a GPS pop up and all this other shit in front of your face. Like, I think that's too much.
Isn't that information that you're looking at already? Like, let's say you have an X grip mount in front of you, and you've got the Google Maps going or whatever, or Apple, whatever crappy map Apple's uses. Like, you're looking down at that, but now that's like in an HUD.
I think that's what it's called, the
face.
Crapple map.
Is it crap?
I do have a RAM mount for my phone, but I just pull over if I ever need to use a map or anything.
So you've never glanced down at like a GPS running on that X grip?
Nope.
Yo, I'm not. Honestly, I wouldn't even lie to you guys. I pull the glove off. I fucking touch the shit. I fucking readjust it. I do everything but actually hold the phone. You know what I mean? If I could poke at it, then
well,
I feel like
let's be honest. They invented the X grip or that mount. They invented it so that it's there in front of you for a reason, right? Not to not look at it.
Yeah, I pull my glove off. I put it in my lap, and then I just start poking at it until I find You know what I mean? And like, let's say my route gets fucked up on the way and I need to check. You know, I'll just quickly like.
While on the bike?
Yeah, while riding on the highway.
Fuck.
Yeah, but let me ask you this though: if you had to open your visor while riding on the highway, would you reach up and open your visor, or reach up and open a vent on the top of your hat or top of your helmet?
Yeah, of
or
course, all the time.
If you realize your pocket was open, I'm pretty sure you take both hands off immediately and close that zipper.
That's fair.
You see what I'm saying? I'm no less distracted.
But my eyes are still on the road.
Yeah, but
I think that's the theory behind the Scully, is that your eyes are still ahead of you, they're on the road, but you have this information in your periphery, right?
I think that they will have a hard time getting all the safety approvals, like DOT and Snell approvals. And Damu raises a good point in the side chat. If you crash in that helmet, chances of being electrocuted increase.
Well, but if you're wearing a Bluetooth and a camera and everything else strapped to your face...
This is true. We have a lot of stuff strapped to our helmets right now.
I see guys with a shit ton of wiring in there. I could see strangulation being a problem, man.
Well, I guess to answer it, the only way I'm really going to answer it is to say there's a reason you don't see heads-up displays in modern vehicles right now as
There's
a majority.
Right.
There's a reason why you don't see that stuff. And I don't really think it's a good thing for motorcycles either.
I had a '97 Pontiac Bonneville with a.
Those were great with the speed up front, right?
Those one of the best things ever. I never had to look down at my shit.
Right, but you don't have GPS popping up on the HUD. You don't have all that. You have a speedometer. That's a little bit different. I mean, a full-out HUD where you have the navigation system. Instead of having it in a center console, it would be on the screen while you're driving. You know, and I think that's the same issue with riding is, yeah, you say that it would be in your peripheral, but the reality is that you're going to focus on that kind of stuff, especially if you miss where you're going or something. You're going to immediately say, oh, wait, that was the road I need, and you're going to glance up at this fucking screen that's see-through, and your depth perception is going to change. Your brain's going to do that automatically to focus on this map, and then, in theory, you are not looking where you're going. So, no, I think it's a bad idea.
I could agree with that because there's some idiots out here that try to eat and miss the fucking mouth, let alone be able to operate a helmet.
Well, yeah, it all comes back to operator ability too, then, right? But I agree. I mean, I'm on the fence with it, to be honest. I think it's a cool bit of tech. It sounds amazing.
How much is the helmet?
I don't know, like $5,000 or something.
Holy smokes!
No, it's less than that. It's like a grand or something like that.
No, it's like over 1,500 American.
What the fuck?
I love the tech. Like, I agree with you there. I love fucking technology. I just don't think I guess you could say the consumer world is ready for that, especially if we're sitting here talking about fucking motovloggers who can't even talk and ride a motorcycle.
Well, exactly. That's I think on the back of that, it raises some concerns.
I'm not sure. I mean, I love tech as well. I work in IT.
You're Asian, dude. We get it.
Plus, I'm Asian. Yes. So insert all stereotypes here.
I guess I could use an example. I have decals on my helmet, and they're in my peripheral. And every fucking once in a while, I find myself looking at the corners of them.
Yeah,
and it fucks me up, especially when I'm like leaned over in a turn or something, and I glance at them, and then instantly my brain knows they're stickers, but I'm always like, what was that? Was it a car? Was it a rock? Was it a bug? Even though my brain knows what it is, I still make that mistake, and those are fucking stickers. So
I thought having my GoPro on my chin like that, I could kind of see, like, you know how you have the little nose guard piece? On either side of the nose guard piece, I could see the gray of my GoPro, and it's like not even a lot of it that's in my vision, and I thought that was going to be a big problem. But once you get used to it, and you know that, like, well, with me, I know that it's not anything that I need to focus on, I never see it anymore. I thought it was going to be like the biggest pain in the ass where I'm pretty much cross-eyed because every time I'm riding, that's all I'm like seeing in front of me. But I don't even see it.
For me, my stickers are a big distraction because I'm observant, I guess you could say. I'm not saying you're not observant, but I never get comfortable with anything that's on or around my motorcycle ever, because if you get comfortable like that, who's to say that one fucking time you didn't look down where your chin mount was, there's a fucking wrought iron in the road, and you eat it.
No. I'm observant. I'm observant in that form, but I guess it's just because it's attached to my face. It makes it a little bit different, you know what I mean? But like I don't see it. Like I really don't. I don't see that anymore, and it doesn't obstruct my view at all. And I could still ride comfortably, even though that thing is like right there. I mean, it's not like it's taken half of my vision or some shit like that anyway. But it's something that I thought was gonna bother me after I had mounted it, and it's something that I got used to after a while.
We've got Ninja Basic joined the chat. I'm not sure if his mic is working. Say something.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we
No.
can.
Sweet.
Dessert. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the Americans outweigh the Canadians. There's an imbalance here.
I'm not a Canadian though, so yeah.
You're technically.
You're living in Canada, so you're a Canadian right now.
Damn, yo, you see how they claim me like that?
Well, if it makes you guys feel any better, I wouldn't be American if I didn't have to be.
Oh, that's self-hating. That's rough.
I'm just saying.
No, well, I was gonna say to Pimmy, you're Canadian.
Leave.
I'm working on it.
What was that? I'm Canadian. What?
You're Canadian until you fuck up, and then we'll make sure everyone knows you're not. That guy's not even Canadian. That fucking guy's not even Canadian.
That's so true. That's exactly how it go down too.
I heard most of the Toronto guys are riding tonight.
A few of them are, not most. I'd say few.
Yo, it is fucking cold, Joe. I thought about that.
I rode until sundown, but I figured after that I wanted to be here. You know, I didn't want to leave Wilf out to dry.
Oh, I appreciate that.
After at about like 5 o'clock, man, it was like cold as shit outside. I'm looking at the bike's still not put away. Like I put my bike underneath the covered area in my backyard every night. It's still sitting out in the parking lot, like in debate mode whether or not I'm gonna ride. I'm not going to.
Speaking of that, what do people do for winterizing their bikes?
I've never had to winterize a bike, to be honest, but I just take it up to my brother-in-law's shed, and he said something about having to do an oil change and then pouring conditioner in the tank or something like that.
Stable, yeah.
Stabilizer.
Stabilizer,
Yeah.
there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, you got carbs on yours too, so you should drain the bowls.
Fuck that. That's a lot of work. Like what sucks?
It's like
honestly,
2 seconds.
No, it really isn't. It really
before-
isn't. Honestly, after you get the tank off, after you get the breather box off, and you're looking at the top of the carbs, the frame actually gets in the way of where I could stick the flathead in, so I could even just like turn the flathead, like the you know what I
Turn
mean?
your fuel switch off and then just run it till it stalls.
Yeah, that's probably the best idea, because I actually need to like. I try to empty the bowls when I first at the beginning of the season, but I'd have to literally unmount the whole entire carburetors off, like the whole carburetor mount off the top of the block and shit.
Or you do what I do. You just never winterize it. I just put it on a trickle charger on stands and I start it and run it and, you know,
It's a good
roll
idea.
up the garage door and look at the snow and go, huh.
Is your garage heated?
If I turn the heat on, yeah.
So I just put fuel stabilizer in because the fuel's in there for a long time, and put the battery on trickle charger. That's it.
See, I use my bike's gas tank as a jerry can. I'll fill it up, and then it'll snow, so then I'll be like, oh shit, the jerry can's empty, so now I got to siphon it out of the bike tank to get the snowblower going. So now the bike tank is empty. So
well, it's you just need more gas.
The gas never gets old. It's just, you know, I'm.
Yo, that's what pisses me
constantly
off about
cycling
people. There's no such thing as old gas. I hate that. I hate that so much. That's gonna be one of my biggest debates
Oh,
ever.
gas gets old, man. Trust me.
No.
Believe it or not, it's actually a scientifically proven fact that as gas ages, it doesn't really go bad per se, but the octane rating drops to such a point that preventing knock is impossible.
Right.
Yeah. And it smells nasty too. You can tell when it's gone off.
Yeah, but how long is that point though? That point is not a couple months. That point is a few years.
No. Like if I think the last time I read an article on it, like if you have a tank of gas just sitting full, it drops like 2 octane points every 30 to 45 days.
Holy shit. I guess
So how many octane points does it have to drop before I can't use it in my bike?
Well, I don't really know how it runs up in you guys, but like down here where I'm at, our low grade stuff is 83 and our premium is 91. So, I mean, if you do the math, you basically get to drop 10 points before you're below the lowest grade they sell at the pump.
Yeah, our highest is 94 and our lowest is 87 here.
Okay. Then if you put premium in it, theoretically, you should be able to go, I don't know, probably like 6-7 months without having an issue, as long as you have a good fuel filter.
See what I'm saying, though, man?
I only can get
it's been
90.
a month.
I can only get 93 here as my highest grade, and Ducati
Really?
recommends I run 98 or 96 or something. So I'm already lower than what the
You can get
manufacturer
that
recommends.
94 from the pump.
Jet fuel.
Put octane booster in it.
Piss in the fuel.
Yeah, every single tank.
Well, I mean, if you buy it by the box, who cares?
Yo, honestly, why don't you just buy that VP Racing fuel and just like fucking top up your tank with VP Racing fuel?
That shit's expensive. You ever price that?
Yeah, it's not though. You can get like $30, like a $30 can that'll last you a race day.
Oh yeah, for race days, but I mean, what about every day riding?
Top off your gas tank and it'll last you fucking long. You know what I mean? Fill up with the 92, and then just top off the rest of your gas tank with fucking high octane shit, and then you
I
pretty
might
much.
buy expensive toys, but I'm cheap as fuck. Okay, I'm Asian.
No, Will, is what you can do, right, is you can get that $30 can that he's talking about, and like, because you guys use liters, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so theoretically saying, you know, if you put whatever you guys get as premium in there, so you said it was what, 94, 93?
93.
Okay, so if you I mean, because there you can actually get
Or
online.
no, sorry, 91. 91 is my
yeah.
premium.
91. 91. Okay, and what does Ducati recommend?
Like
98.
a million.
A million. That Ducati lifestyle.
Above
That's right.
94 is what they recommend.
Okay, so theoretically you need to raise it 3 octane points. And
Yeah, I know what you're saying. You just mix it so that it raises it to that level.
Yeah, and
Well, right.
honestly, that tank will last you so fucking long.
Well, see, because that's like there was a shop that I worked at in Oregon, and that's what we used to do for guys that wanted like a race gas tune, but they didn't want to run race gas all the time. Was we would just do a mix where we, you know, if they have a 10-gallon tank, we'd put 7.5, 8 gallons worth of premium, and then dump a gallon of race fuel in it, and the tune's close enough to where they can drive on premium without detonating, and then if they put race gas in it, it's close enough.
Right. Interesting. That's too much math for me.
But you're Asian.
That's what
I
I'm
know,
saying.
but I'm the worst. Do I sound Asian to you?
Yeah.
I'm the worst Asian ever.
Well, your icon is pretty white.
No, yo, it's pretty damn Asian. I fucking love it. By the way, I was thinking about giving you dead center on the windscreen, but I was like, I don't even have myself dead center yet. I can't even do that. Like, I was like, I can't even put you crooked. Like, he's got to be standing up. Like, it took me, like, honestly, your sticker took me the longest to fucking try to put on my bike.
Yeah, nice. I'm
everybody
glad
else
that you
I
put it on the
kinda
bike. That's awesome.
Yeah, this shit
Taking
is sick.
curve around the mirror like he's holding on for the ride.
Nah, man, I just have him standing up by everybody else, pretty much. Cafe's over there by himself. Cafe's got like the whole left side of my screen real estate to himself.
Yeah, but it's not a person. It's not a miniature person.
No, that's why you had to go dead center. You just didn't look right unless you was standing up properly, you know? The fucking thing is awesome, though. I showed my boys that shit and they all just died, yo. Like, that is sick. That's something that you won't forget. Like, you see it once and you see it again, you're like, that's that fucking logo, you know?
Right.
Yeah, I love that mini-me. I have friends that take the sticker everywhere they go and like send me photos of me in like odd places.
That's fucking hilarious, man. It's great though. It is sick. I just love the peace signs though. Like fuck the Asian eyes. Fuck all of that. It's the peace sign that does it for me, right? Like, that is like the Asian signature. I'm a pose for this picture, like.
Yeah, pretty much. And you know what? In real life, that's what I do.
Yep. Do you take pictures really close too?
No, I don't take a lot of selfies. No.
No. Oh, maybe that's like a female thing. Yeah.
So
Like,
this is a good time to plug my stickers. willphmoto.com to buy some stickers of my mini-me.
Yeah. Everybody see that little guy? Everybody see that the little homie holding it down on the right side of the screen?
Yeah, you can buy that in sticker form. I also have stickers that I've released. I kind of unofficially, but they're kind of released that say hashtag rubber side down. Those are also for sale on the site as well. Man, you can do so much cool stuff when you're the host.
Holy crap.
Oh, Jesus, Goat Father.
Yeah, I have
I
like
just saw that.
hundreds
That's why I'm
upon
like,
hundreds and hundreds of them.
I gotta scroll this.
What is that?
No, they're all organized. You notice
What
how it says
is
like
that?
at panel?
What is that?
Yeah. Those are like questions. I'll go into fucking Hangouts and I ask people questions like all the time. So I just record the questions that I ask into a notepad and shit and keep them forever.
I like number 2.
I have hundreds. I can just keep copying and pasting chunks. if
Number
you want.
3, I like.
No.
Number 4, I like.
That female one, well, let's ask the female one, because I was actually thinking about that the other day, but I don't know if that's a little disrespectful to ask or not.
Hold on, let me read it for you.
No, they aren't. I asked these the other night in a Hangout that had like 3 girls in it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. My
All right,
opinion on that.
We'll
my
ask it
opinion on
anyways.
that shit.
So here's a question from Goat Father. Considering how excited people get about female vloggers or motovloggers, why are there no female motovloggers with 100,000 subs?
Can I answer that?
It's not disrespectful at all. That's true.
I understand that people get excited about females riding bikes. It's like, I mean, it's kind of like the, guys get excited because they see a female doing the same thing that they're doing. In terms of why there's no female motovloggers with 100K subs, it could just be the content, because content drives it, right? If you have crappy
Lori
content.
Jennifer.
I don't follow
just looking her
Yeah,
up to
see,
what she's
so
got.
I'm not going to answer the question because I have like a really long fucking answer to this and I haven't been able to summarize it yet. But all I'm going to do is, before we get really deep in this, I would suggest that people look up Lori Jennifer and consider the fact that Lori Jennifer is not only talented, she's funny, she's smart, she's all of the qualities that you would want in a female motovlogger, you know what I mean, in many different ways. And she's been surpassed by numerous new motovloggers who now have over 100K.
Has she
she's
crashed
been
her
around
bike?
she's been around for a year. If you've never heard of Lori Jennifer, man, you are doing yourself a
Brendan
disservice.
Yeah,
with
check her and
motovlogging.
her fucking sick dog out, man.
Yeah, she's one of my idols. So she's pretty awesome.
Love her fucking
Who
dog.
is this?
too, man.
Lori Jennifer.
Lori Jennifer.
The friendly hooligan.
Yeah,
Yep.
the friend.
Oh, okay, yeah.
OJ, the friendly hooligan.
First ones I subbed to, actually.
Yep. Yo, honestly, with this question, man, at the end of the day, there's a lot of shallow-ass people out there. I mean, these guys, like, I'm not speaking for everybody, right? I'm just saying, like, this is my opinion. When guys click on a female motovlogger and it's not pretty much bare skin, titties, and wheelies, they're not interested anymore. Right? And that's honestly, I think, the shallow approach that a lot of guys have when they come into or subscribe to a new female motovlogger. And a prime example is, well, you know what, I don't even want to, like, go there, but there's new vloggers out that, it's proven. If I show skin in a vlog, if I show female skin in a vlog, that vlog's going to have a hell of a lot more views than any other vlog I have. And it's, you know what I mean? Like, that's just the way I feel, right? And because these girls aren't stooping down to that level, and they're actually showing you, who they really are, these guys are like, well, shit, they're not wheeling, they're not speeding, they're not guys, and then they're not as interested. And it's sad because they don't get that opportunity, right? And I think at the end of the day, that's the way that these people look at female vloggers, right?
Yeah, I can kind of agree with you on that. And like, my thing is when I first started subbing to motovloggers and like starting to get into the whole thing of it, I actually typed in female motovloggers in YouTube to try to find that variety. And I almost feel like, because some of, like, not to really name drop, but like, Walterific and Motonosity and Do It With Dan, like some of the bigger guy motovloggers, I feel like even them, like, having their girlfriends come along with, like, even Chase on Two Wheels, his girlfriend has her own channel, and she doesn't have shit for views. Yep. And so I think it's just the mindset, because a lot of the viewers are of a younger age, that they try to throw it up with the guys.
How about Sarah Aiden?
Sarah Aiden?
From New Zealand?
Yeah, I wouldn't say she's a vlogger, but she's got a few subs.
Honestly, let me give you an example. Fucking women who talk about real shit and ride motorcycles aren't given a chance, but a woman who practically walks around almost naked on a farm doing random ass farm shit has millions of views and millions of subs.
Sarah
That's
Aiden has a lot of skin exposed in some of her videos, and she does a lot of hooligan stuff, so a lot of wheelies and stuff like that.
Yep.
I watch her stuff once in a while.
Oh,
but,
that's the supermoto chick.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's really young, eh?
she's super young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll link Sarah Aiden in the side chat, I guess. But yeah, she's super young, but she shows a lot of skin on the videos. I mean, sex sells.
Yeah, and it's true.
Girl can ride.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, guys aren't clicking on those videos because she got skills. They're clicking on those videos because they see titties on a bike.
Yeah, but she's a pretty good stunter.
She is, and hell yeah, I've seen her shit.
Is that how you can get a sub though? Like, oh, guys are gonna click on, because they see tits and ass.
I'm not saying that's what these girls are doing, but I'm saying
continue watching because hey, she's a good stunter, so I'm gonna continue watching. Is that the trend? Is that what happens?
Maybe. I don't know. I don't watch it for that shallow shit, right? I watch that shit because for the content, right? Like I'm not just saying because I'm different and I'm on live chat right now. I'm just being real, right? I don't click on the video. Like I'll give you fuck it, since we're throwing out channels. Biker boobs is a prime example. And I'm gonna be raw with it. What does that channel have to offer?
Well, if we were on the Sarah Aiden topic, to use an example, if you go down to like where she has motovlog-esque style videos where she's filming cruises and stuff.
Yep.
The view counts for those videos and the interactions are much lower than any videos that show skin and asshattery and foolhardiness. So I guess you would have to argue that unless somebody's getting something out of the video, they're not going to watch it. And having that skin being shown is a incentive, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
Just to focus on the Sarah Aiden topic.
Right. Well, have any of you guys seen, I think her old name was Brand 7701, but now her channel is called Brandyland.
Okay, yeah. I've heard of her.
Yeah, not really to talk smack about her channel, because I subbed to her channel and she was probably the 4th or 5th female motovlogger that I subbed to, but all hers are, for the most part, are her just taking short little rides, chit-chatting about whatever's on her mind, and sometimes it's some real shit and sometimes it's her being a goofball. So what?
I mean, what's so different between that and what I do?
Exactly.
Good point.
There's not.
I don't. I sub to a few female motovloggers, but I don't. Like Sarah Aiden, I've seen her videos. I click because again the boob thing, but I don't watch her videos because I'm not big on the whole stunting video stuff. It doesn't really interest me. I'm more interested in a regular motovlog. Personally, that's what I watch. So to me, whether you're a male or female, it doesn't matter as long as your content is of interest to me. Boobs aside and stuff like that, that will get me to click the first time because hey, who doesn't like to see a pair of boobs? But it doesn't keep me watching. I didn't, sub because there's no good content there, right? That I saw initially.
Content like people like Battleborn.
Or content I wanted to watch. I mean, that's all I'll say about that.
I'm going to throw in another thing in that so that just in case anybody's kind of being careful to answer the question in the sense of they don't want to be offensive. The other thing that I would throw in conjunction with to piggyback off of that question is, so a lot of people would say, oh, well, then if there's no female vloggers with 100K, blah, 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 then there's sexism going on. And I would throw something at that to say, I actually think there's more sexism going on male versus male than there is male versus female. Because I think there's a lot of people out there that they will, here's a good example, you're taught when you're young politely to open the door for a woman, correct? But you're not taught to open the door for a man, right? And why is that? And if you start to drill down into that, you realize it's because culture says that because the woman is weaker than the man and all these other fucking humble-jumble stuff that we're not going to get into.
Though, honestly, I got to correct you there, though. That's not true. That all stems down from what we truthfully came from, which is to to not run from our ancestors through our father's bloodline, but to look up to our mothers. And that's where that comes down to is that
Not in American
women
culture,
are
no. In
true,
American
it's
culture,
been
you're
lost,
taught
but
that the woman is lesser than the man, and that's why you open the door.
Mhm.
So, I mean, with that, but again, without getting into all of that humble jumbo, look at how many times a female motovlogger, quote unquote, comes onto the scene, right? And they're given this this leniency that most male motovloggers aren't given. You know, a lot of doors are open for these female motovloggers. A lot of other male motovloggers, they sweep these female motovloggers under their wing and they use them. You know, that's happened time and time again, and then they throw them away like they're nothing, right? The used girlfriend effect is what I call it in motovlogging, where you have a girl come onto the scene, she seems to start getting popular because she's part of a crew or a clique, or she's under some dude's wing, and then the guy throws her away and she's a nobody at that point. Nobody really cares what she has to fucking say. Who cares what she has to say? She was cool like when she first came out on the motovlogging scene, but now she's not. Same thing. How many female motovloggers are out there doing certain things that if a man went out there and did it, they would get they'd get chastised for it. But it's okay because the female's doing it. And then same thing, vice versa. How many times is it okay for men to do certain things, but it's not okay for females to do it? So another topic to think about is that there are numerous times that I've seen male motovloggers fucking one-up male motovloggers so a female motovlogger can get through.
It's very good points.
Yeah,
True story.
very true story.
Well, I found one on Goatfather's list that I figured would be a good one for anybody that's actually listening, because I've got too many windows open for this crap. But I'm going to edit it just a little bit. It's the one on the very bottom, and the way he worded it was, do you carry yourself as you want to be accepted or as you believe helps you to best fit in? And that could be like a life question, but in the sense of motovlogging, I guess it could come down to the duality of like people being the same in real life versus portraying themselves differently on camera.
Yeah, honestly, I'm me. I stress that. I say that in a few of my videos. All this shit that pops up, all this shit that's ever in my way in life, I'm me, and I'm gonna always be me. I'm never gonna put on face for anybody in my life, and that causes problems with a lot of things in my life, especially with the way I ride. But that's just me, right? At the end of the day, I'm me, and if you can't get with it, then I'll show you to do it. But for the people that are with me, you know, I'm with you 100%, right? And I'm gonna just be me no matter what. Whether I'm on camera or off camera, I'm gonna always be me. My shit's not fake. I'm not fake, and I feel that's the best way to be. There's nothing that, I don't know, man. Just these dual personalities and all this shit. I may not show my face, but that's the only thing I don't show on camera, and that's the only thing I gotta say.
So you're saying that you don't hide anything from your personal life from YouTube. Like you have everything in your life out there.
I don't say that.
No.
I don't gossip. I don't gossip about my life. What I'm saying is that I don't edit. I'll edit things out of my video, obviously, like my location and things like that. But I'm not gonna edit the real shit about me, right? I'm not gonna go through a video and start editing through things because I think somebody might be butthurt or censor myself in any type of way or behave differently because my GoPro is running or whatever the case is, right? I'm always gonna be me no matter what setting I'm in, right?
Right.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that that I'm gonna sit off and then pour everything in my life out on YouTube. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that I'm not gonna hide shit about who I am and my character from anybody, no matter what my setting is.
Yeah, see, and that's kind of where like I feel like some of the larger motovloggers might fall short, is because they have so many subs and they have so many people striving for them to have content that like I feel like that their view of themselves and like how they act could be distorted.
So do you think that a lot of the larger motovloggers aren't, well, for lack of a better word, real? So it's not their real personality that they're showing on YouTube?
No, not. Go ahead, Reno.
I was just coughing.
Okay. No, I mean, like, I feel like they're real. Like I don't feel like if any of them weren't necessarily being real that they wouldn't be putting out their vlogs. But at the same time, like, when you have that many subs and get spotted out in public that much, like, especially with, like, the people that are doing it to pay their bills, that could get really tiring. So, you know, same way as, if, you know, it's like, say if you're in a relationship and your husband or wife comes home and they're like, ugh, I've had a long-ass day at work and I just want to sit down. Like, who's to say you might not catch them in public on a shitty day when they're, like, kind of grumpy, you know, that kind of thing.
All I have to say about that whole topic is you guys only see of me what I want you to see.
Right.
That's true too.
Oh.
That's very true too. But like as I said, I do show what I only want people to see of me, but I don't edit it in that way to make it not me. You know what I mean? Like my shit, I try to not edit myself out of my videos at all. You know what I mean? And I try to just I like at the end of the day, read what everybody's saying in the chat. I'ma always do me and fuck everybody else, right? Like the amount of talk that I get about me, the way I ride, what I do, what they think I do every time I'm on a bike. At the end of the day, fuck what they have to say. I'm going to hop on my bike, my GoPro is going to be on, and I'm going to do me. And I'm not going to hide myself from anybody, because if you don't like me, I don't really give a fuck. You know what I mean? That's really it at the end of the day, right? I'm not doing this so that I could have a huge fan base and everybody could, like, you know, bow down to me. That's not what it's about. At the end of the day, I'm on here being me, right? And that's the best part about this shit, is that I can share myself with you and whoever the fuck out there is willing to want to have it shared with them. You know what I mean? And for those of them that don't want anything to do with how I feel or whatever the case is, then, you know, the door is always open. Feel free.
There you go. All right, somebody else pick one.
Goat's questions are very
Hold
deep.
on, can I chime in on that one? I'm back here, sorry.
Go ahead.
I want to say that, like, I'm me, but I find that when I'm in the getup, when I'm in the gear, when I'm in the helmet, I'm a different me. I feel like I'm more of the me that I can be because I'm anonymous. So I'm not like another person. I'm not the opposite of me. I'm not like an alter, but I'm like more of me, and I find that I can put that out on the channel more than I can in real life in a lot of ways. And so, but a lot of it has to do with just being geared up and being on the bike than motovlogging about it. It's the fact that, you know, I'm geared up.
It makes you feel different.
Exactly. So in that sense, I'm not entirely me, but I get what you're saying. Otherwise, I'm still doing what I want to do, and I don't give a fuck what people are going to say regardless. I mean, you don't like it, too bad. Unsubscribe, right? If you like it, subscribe. It's cool.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, man. I've like, not even to be selfish, but at the end of the day, I do it because I think it's entertaining for me, right? I'm not gonna sit up here and edit a video. It sounds shallow, right? But I'm not doing it for somebody else, right? I'm doing it for me. So why am I gonna be different? Or why am I gonna portray something that I don't like, or that's not me, and something that I'm personally doing for me? Right? That doesn't make sense to me at all. Right? I'm gonna always be real, 100%, no matter what my situation is.
Right, and see, and that's kind of like, for any of the people that get accused of being fake, or like that get called out for calling, you know, for having some dumb stuff posted or whatever, like, I don't feel like there's a reason for that to happen, because ultimately it's the internet, and if you don't like what you're watching, search for something else.
Yeah. It's true. Damn. Fucking go, father.
Yeah.
He's a deep dude.
Yeah,
He's very deep.
Yo, look at that
I like
one.
to
though.
ask
Like,
myself these questions while I'm brushing my teeth in the morning.
see, that's oh, this guy, man. I'm telling
Normal
you.
people ask, what color shirt should I wear? Goat's like,
Yeah.
what is the meaning of motovlogging?
This motherfucker's like, am I enriching the lives of others? And if so, why? I'm not even, like, I just want to start
That's
that
a good
one.
question.
That one's like, oh, man.
Well, that's like one of his other questions that he put up there was, what do you owe yourself? And that's like, that's deeper than the Marianas Trench right there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, let's get back to those. What makes a good first bike, or how fast it is. I've been drinking, okay? I can't think that deep right now.
Dude, I drink all the time, and I fucking.
Oh, can I start this one? If we learn from our failures, then why are we so afraid to fail?
That's a good one.
See, I was just reading that one going, that is a really good one.
Honestly,
Well,
I'm not afraid to fail, man. I'm just afraid to be. I'm afraid. I don't know. I'm not afraid to fail, yo. Like even on a bike, because at the end of the day, every time I fail, if I could get back up again, I know that I just learned something.
Yeah, if failure involves crashing or coming off a hill or going off a mountain, then that's not the fail. I'm scared of those fails.
You know, if I always say, if there's no chance in failure, what's the point of doing it?
Amen.
Exactly.
What's the point of trying?
Yep. See, the biggest thing that kills us in life next to stress is comfort. And if you're comfortable in life, then you're not challenging yourself, and something's wrong with that, in my opinion. Right? Comfort is what kills. It's when you're uncomfortable, is when you're pushing that boundary, and it's when you're improving. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. And if you're comfortable, you're getting worse.
But that's a personality trait too. I mean, some people would rather be in their comfort zone, right? But I think people making the decision to get on two wheels, you've already made a decision that a lot of people that are telling you, oh, you're going to die, you're going to kill yourself, they don't get that decision, right? They don't get that feeling. Like the first thing everyone said to me after the accident was, oh, get rid of that bike. You know, well, not everyone who knows me riding, but everyone outside the riding community. Oh, so I guess the bike's gone. And I told them all, fuck that. I got the new bike. I've already ordered it. It's coming. I got it in 3 days, you know? And everyone who's not on two wheels will never get that. They don't understand that. Those are the people that they're happy being in the comfort zone. They want to be in the comfort zone.
Well, I think part of why you're afraid to fail is you learn from your mistakes, and some of those lessons are really tough lessons. Like you remember them well because it bit you in the ass bad. You know what I mean? So maybe that's why you're afraid to fail, because you remember one in particular really, really threw you for a loop, and it was a lesson hard learned, and you don't want to repeat that.
Yeah. Well, see, like talking about failures, I can't remember. I think it was, Thomas Edison's the one that made the light bulb, right?
No, he's the one that patented it.
Oh, okay. Well,
he didn't make anything. He just patented shit.
Right. Well, I was gonna say, because the quote that I've always heard, like growing up, was, when he was asked, after having so many failures for coming up with the idea behind the light bulb or whatever. Like they asked, well, what are you going to do about all these failures? He's like, well, I haven't failed. I've just found 1,000 different ways that don't work.
Oh my, Reno has broken out the the tools there.
Oh, Lord.
How do I present? Present to everybody. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you have to smile really large and squint your eyes. There you go. There's the Asian pose there. I think on that note, we might shut it down very soon, seeing as Reno's gone a little nuts. He put on his dog face and little hat.
He's an educated dog.
He is an educated dog.
He knows not to poop in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Carol will hit you over your nose with a crumpled up newspaper. So let's call it there. We're almost about 2 hours. Why don't we shout out the channels? We'll start with Cafe.
Huh? Oh. Yeah. Follow me, like, comment, subscribe. Instagram, Cafe Rider 69, and that's it.
Dread?
Yeah, y'all know what to do. That Dread pin me. Holla at me.
Goat.
Can I go last?
Nope. You're next on the list.
I don't really have anything to say. I don't advertise.
I love you, Goat Father, and I love your voice.
I'll just say this. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in and putting up with my crazy fucking questions.
Hashtag goat knowledge.
Always welcome.
Thank you for
With
providing.
those strong opinions of yours.
Yeah, I try. Better to have an opinion than to not.
This is true.
Man,
Oh,
it's
exactly.
better to be heard than be the guy in the corner fucking letting shit happen to him.
All right, Ironic. Here's your chance, buddy.
All right, anybody? I think just check the channel out. I'm only going to say it because there's 36 minutes left on my Teespring. But otherwise, thanks,
was
Will,
waiting
for
for
the
that.
invite. Thanks for having me, and I'm glad because A-Nation usually doesn't invite me to these things, so I appreciate it.
You're welcome. K-Dub?
Yeah, Instagram at KDub250 and YouTube.com/KDub250. Find me.
Ninja?
Well, I mean, I don't really do the channel thing, but I appreciate you guys having me on for being somebody that follows the Motovlog as a whole community, and dig hanging out with you guys, and I'll see y'all next time.
We appreciate you having you here. And Reno?
Thanks for having me on. I'll see you guys next time.
All right, and I'm willphmoto, as named by Ironic.
Yeah.
Copyright.
Copyright. That's it. Copyright. Don't steal that.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I appreciate everyone watching and contributing to my very first hangout. Shout out to also A-Nation, who normally hosts Thursday night. And that's all. See you guys next time. Keep the rubber side down.
Cheers.
Bye, Felicia.
See you.